Good morning, children. Welcome back to the social science class. Today we will start our fourth chapter, weather and climate. First we can check about weather. You must have noticed that sometimes the place you live may be clear sky in the morning while may covered dark clouds in the evening, or it may start raining in the morning and afternoon may be bright and sunny. So conditions change within a day or hour to hour or minute to minute. Conditions change within a day or hour to hour or minute to minute. That means in a very short period of time the conditions changing. Okay, so how can we define weather? Weather is the changing conditions of a place over a short period of time. What is weather? Weather is the changing conditions of a place over a short period of time. Why it is telling very short period of time? Because we can identify the weather of a place within a day. That is why it is telling very short period of time. So, we may experience the different weather conditions in the morning, afternoon and evening. So, we can say weather keeps changing. Weather keeps changing. A sunny day may suddenly become cloudy and windy. So, what is weather? Weather is the changing conditions of a place over a short period of time. Now we can check how the weather keeps change. How the weather keeps change. Weather changes depends on the condition of air, temperature, wind, air pressure, rainfall and humidity in the atmosphere at a given place and time. How the weather keeps change? Weather changes depends on the condition of air, temperature, wind, air pressure, rainfall and humidity in the atmosphere at a given place and time. Let us check these elements. Let us discuss these elements.
Temperature is the extent of hotness and coldness of a place. The earth gets heated by the sun as the sunlight reaches the earth, and the land and sea heat up and warm the atmosphere. This warming up of the atmosphere raises the temperature. Air pressure is the weight of air as experienced from all directions on land. When air heats up, it rises and creates an area of low pressure on the Earth's surface. The surrounding cool air moves in to replace the rising air. This air comes from areas when the pressure is high. This movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area causes wind. The wind sometimes light pleasant breeze and other times it can be very strong and can cause a storm or a hurricane. Humidity is the water vapor in the air. Humidity is the water vapor in the air.
So, the weather changes depends on the condition of air, temperature, wind, air pressure, rainfall and humidity in the atmosphere. Weather affects our daily activities. Weather affects our daily activities. We choose our clothes and food according to the weather. Scientists who study the weather are called meteorologists. Scientists who study the weather are called meteorologists. Okay, now we can check what is climate. Climate is the weather condition of a place over a long period of time. Climate is the weather condition of a place over a long period of time. Why it is telling long period? Because it may take approximately 30 or 40 years to identify the climate of a place. It will take 30 or 40 years to identify the climate of a place. Usually we are telling the climate of a place is very hot or cold, dry or wet climate. So it will take time to identify the climate of a place. What is climate? Climate is the weather condition of a place over a long period of time. Weather we can identify within a day, but climate we can identify approximately 30 or 40 years. Okay, climate also affects our way of life. Climate also affects our way of life. Our clothing, housing, transportation, the food we eat, that are all influenced by the climate of the place we live in.
So, the climate influences the type of food people grow and eat, the type of clothes they wear, the type of homes they live in.
Different places in the world have different climatic conditions. Different places in the world have different climatic conditions. Countries like Canada, Norway, Sweden and Russia are cold, while several parts of India, Myanmar, China, Bangladesh and Indonesia are hot and humid. And the regions with the similar climatic conditions have similar ways of lifestyle. So different countries have different climatic conditions. Now we can check what are the factors affected by the climate of a place. They are latitude or distance from the equator, altitude or height above the sea level, distance from the sea, humidity and direction of winds. Now we can check the first factor, latitude or distance from the equator. The Earth's surface heated by the rays of the sun. The Earth's surface is heated by the rays of the sun. And the places located on or near the equator receive direct rays of the sun. Places near the equator receive direct rays of the sun. And the places near the poles, that means North Pole and South Pole, receive slanting rays of the sun. Slanting rays means not straight sunlight. Near the poles receive slanting rays of the sun. So these slanting rays have to travel through greater distance. They have to travel through greater distance. So they lost most of their heat. So the direct rays have to travel only shorter distance, but the slanting rays have to travel longer distance. So slanting rays lost most of their heat compared to the direct rays. So the places near the equator receive direct rays, so that places are very hotter, and the places near the poles are receive slanting sunrise because they have to travel longer distance. So that places are very colder. Okay, so the first factor is latitude or distance from the equator. So the next two factors like altitude, distance from the sea, humidity and direction of winds we will discuss in our next class. Okay children, you should read the textbook. Thank you.